Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Well, welcome to our second annual Gullah Geechee Heritage Festival. My name is Maurice Nelson, and I'm with the Office of Multicultural Affairs. I'm the coordinator of diversity education and program outreach here on the Statesboro campus. Thank you for being here. Gullah Geechee is definitely near and dear to my heart as I identify with the culture, but it's also near and dear to this area, and I think it's important that we all understand first about the heritage and pass that knowledge on so that we celebrate the culture that we're surrounded by. I won't take any more of your time, and so what we're going to do right now is we're going to provide you with some information about the culture, and we have the African Student Association president who will do that. So please join me in welcoming Geechee from the African Student Association.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Oluwatishe Ifedon, and I'm the president of the African Student Association here on the Georgia Southern Campus. It is my honor to be here on behalf of our organization to celebrate the Gullah Geechee culture. The Gullah Geechee people are descendants of Africans who were enslaved on the rice, indigo, and sea island cotton plantations of the lower Atlantic East Coast. Many came from the rice-growing region of West Africa. The nature of their enslavement on isolated islands and coastal plantations created a unique culture with deep African retentions that are clearly visible in the Gullah Geechee people's distinctive art, craft, foodways, music, and language. Gullah Geechee is a unique Creole language spoken in the coastal areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. The Gullah is the language of the people, and Geechee is the dialect of Gullah. The Gullah Geechee Nation exists from Jacksonville, North Carolina, to Jacksonville, Florida. It encompasses of all the sea islands and 30 to 35 miles inland of St. John's River. On these islands, people from numerous African ethnic groups linked with indigenous Americans and created the unique Gullah language and traditions from which later came Geechee. The Gullah Geechee people have been considered a nation within a nation. From the time of chattel enslavement in the United States until they officially became an internationally recognized nation on July 2nd, 2000. At the time of their declaration as a nation, they confirmed the election of their first head Fundebadi, head of state and official spokesperson, the Queen Mother. They elected Queen Quet, Chieftess and head of state Gullah Geechee Nation. Today, we're here to learn and experience this innately African culture that exists right here in the coastal region of the United States. Please open your minds and your hearts as we engage you together. Thank you.
It certainly is an honor to be in the presence of royalty, and here to introduce our queen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Keyshawn Housey.
Thank you, Maurice. If you guys do not know, my name is Keyshawn Housey. I serve as your SJ Vice President for Student Engagement, as well as I am a brother of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Queen Quet, also known as Marquetta L. Goodwine, is an author, computer scientist, a lecturer, mathematician, historian, columnist, preservationist, film consultant, but with her, nothing speaks more loudly and boldly as to what she has contributed to this area and to her people, more so than the name advocate. An advocate for people, an advocate for the environment, a justice warrior. She is the founder of the premier advocacy organization for the continuation of Gullah Geechee culture, the Gullah Geechee Sea Island Coalition. Queen Quet has not only provided historical musical presentations throughout the world, but she was also the first Gullah Geechee person to speak on behalf of her people before the United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland. Queen Quet was one of the first of 7 inductees into the Gullah Geechee Hall of Fame, and she also received the Anointed Spirit Award for her leadership and for being a visionary. In 2008, she was recorded at the UNESCO, the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, France, at a United Nations conference in order to have the human rights story of the Gullah Geechee people archived at the United Nations. In 2009, she was invited by the Office of the High Commissioner of the United Nations to come and present before the newly founded Minority Board as a representative of the Gullah Geechee Nation and the International Human Rights Association for American Minorities, which is an NGO in consultative status with the United Nations. Queen Quet is a director, member of the IHRAAM, and for the International Commission on Human Rights. She represented these bodies and the Gullah Geechee Nation at the United Nations Forum on Minority Rights. She has also represented those same organizations at the UN's Conference of Parties 22 in Morocco. She returned to the UN once again for the Oceans Conference in 2017 and in 2018, and she represented her people at the Global Climate Action. Vetted by the White House as an expert commissioner in the Department of Interior, an expert commissioner, she was also chair of the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor General Management Plan. Queen Quet has also served as a member of the National Park Relevancy Committee and proudly continues to protect the environment and to ensure that diverse groups of people engage in the outdoors and the policies governing them. This is only a snippet, just a snippet, of what she has done for her people, the Gullah Geechee people and her land. Queen Quet was selected, elected, and installed by her people to be the first Queen Mother. Head Punde Poti, and an official spokesperson for the Gullah Geechee Nation. And as a result, she is respectfully referred to as Queen Quet, Chieftess, and head of state for the Gullah Geechee Nation. So it is, without further ado, may I ask the audience to please rise and stand for the introduction and the great performance we're going to see here. This great moment of cultural engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chieftess, the Gullah Geechee Nation, Queen Quet. Now, please rise for Queen Quet.
rocking been for children. Yeah. All the people ain't make a play. They said, the grown folk they cracking too. Children, ain't supposed to be in there. I'm so glad when let me step on that porch, you know. Glad to tell you the truth. You gotta yell it something, but you better keep your mouth closed. You ain't care where you yell it. I think if you won't grow up on the ground and laugh, you but not let anyone see you yell it. So they're looking there. You sit there and just study yourself. And they tell you, yeah, get out your wine from your wine. Hurry up and go on. You ain't saying it. Why? Why? They're not gonna from you to over yonder. They ain't gonna talk too darn. You know, sometimes and children are not from around here. So why? Why does the kid and thing act like that go? But I used to get it as a kid in the evening. See a firefly thing in the sky and right over everything. And right over us after the rain, going up the area on my frog and think, whoop, whoop. It's a great William. Say, I had a kid, I'll shut you about that, no kid. No problem. One day I used to love for you in this show. Had my mind way down the creek yonder. Oh, when he been had some walking children and things like that, especially the time of year when it done cut that can, you gotta blow. You hear that? You going down that duck road, kick up down every week, trying to force hardly see what you think. You broke me there for you to get just a little bit of sweetness. And what the people used to say, take your time, take your time, take your time. They say, well, you think so good though. Don't be a green all down your motor and things like that. They say, take your time. Sweetness things I did it always. They say, take your time. Be chilling. Lord's gonna give you chilling, y'all. One day, that thing over. And I'm coming back. So don't smell what I said. Where you going for your time? I used to study about that thing. Big Daddy, Mama there. Used to get that old airplane. Hot old hose press. They put that nail in you on it and thing like that. I used to wonder, well, what do they do? It got something in to gear up these here. Seems like everybody mama they had one of these. This is where I get it from. This is old one. You see, wait for it. Yes, ma'am. Wait for it. But when I'm gonna cook and clean and thing, same thing now. For do what? But make sure not to get plenty of good clothes. I remember thing. I had work clothes, church clothes, play clothes, and good clothes. You go in town, and wellness. White church, heck, I was in good clothes. All the rest of the time, when I'm fat, I had any good clothes on just to try to walk. I ain't gonna tolerate that tall. There what they say. They come in, try to get that sugar once a day ready. I rather watch get some of that red rice and they cook and then I make them buskin and thing. Them all that they trying to grow up. Say come in there. And you know one thing about it. It says that thing been for cook up. But don't get none fun. But you know one thing I ain't never remember seeing nothing on the emperor. No one used to keep it separate. Now I know. Look on the gal children and say, what him? He ain't care with his own self. But careful for the mama, yo. Cause that gal, you know, mama said, yeah, look how he look, he ain't care. Girl, where you got people? Don't share with the people. They'll crack your teeth and tell me that all the time. I don't got to first get up the chair for go right down your arm. You know, say, look here, come here, come down here, come, it's right here. Yes, ma'am. Turn around. Turn here. All the way. Scrape yourself. Get your pocket and thing in. Yes, ma'am. Rock that thing line up. Then they come check your oil kind of thing. Then you know how to tap. But it's cool and do this, y'all. That great guy don't spit him hard. Got a wife and spit him on the eye. Now you would have known that I spit him on the eye. Now I ain't gonna spit him on the eye. I don't know what the fist. I said, yeah, but this guy be me, I don't know. I said, what? Yeah, look, y'all. I burnt you. You think that I the first time I ever clean on the fist? No, ma'am. But I ordered enough for clean right on the fist. Now, wait a second. Nothing. Oh, get mine now. Don't want to let on the most break my check. Don't want to put your cash now. Sorry. What on the wine anyway? What on the wine with? See. Down the road for who? For what? Let's see, man. So they did out the road now, and then it don't be home and things like that. So we just been going to go and heal up. Okay, don't stay. Don't make me come down the road after. Yes, ma'am. You get it right there now. Yes, ma'am. Don't stay. Don't tear it. Now, hold on. Wait. You going with Susie else? Get it. I'm gonna match you down. Because they want to crack the teeth. Nothing that be wrong and not be dusty. And rather was if it's something for you, you better not be going in there now, but not even. You're going to need you. Damn, the back show. Case. I stand by everything. Make sure you case. Right. But at either time when there you know. And can't get it, nothing one thing. When I think of it, study yourself. Remember that evening when not my people been all these young poachers thing, you all to you. A rocking the chair, laughing and thing, fell across to one another. We could have yelled at everybody. Still a good story. Still right there. Sometimes the evening like this, somebody fire rain, the mother, everybody bring a tear down. We still didn't get it. Lord, we had one another, that's all we believe. Yeah. But now, study with that thing. Until I left y'all, you ain't coming back. Till I gone like a free jelly food. Sometimes I even go on there and find myself. Listen, y'all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something for truth. And like we since we've been in each other, say, if you hear the old, yeah, I'm going to the ocean. God is here with you. You always hear that water. Water to bring with water. I take the water. Oh, but true, I get it. Get it in. Evil. Andika. You evil. Water. the yeddi this shot. And count must crack your teeth like wheels. The devil won't call up to the earth until over there they are. People like, they can't stop on them. Because they don't turn like the book. So all day long they talk like this. So it's a wonder they can't connect or reconnect with their ancestors, with the elders. They don't even speak the same language anymore. You ask them, why do you talk like that? They said, well, you sent us to school and said, but school taught you that, but what did we teach you at home? That was your first school. And they look at you like, why you ask that question? See, because we know we learn on the children. And one ain't know where 100 did from, one ain't quite know where 100 was. So you'll never leave home and leave yourself here and pick up somebody else out there. Who you are ain't no quarter jacket. You don't put it on and take it off. Plenty of people try to whip it off us. Try to whip the skin from our very backs. Right here. In the bottom. Right here. Working in this yard. People try to tell them, can't do so-and-so like that. Is he a chief? I say, you ain't got no chiefs there. Cotton is the king. We sure yeah. Say, well, yeah. That one thing. We know that. Say, what you say? Not so. We know that. We knew all along. When they thought that all we knew how to do would be the machines that they call slaves to pick cotton, working indigo, working rice. We knew all along who we were. We never forgot. So they thought we was out there in the wilderness, just praying. They didn't know what we were praying about. We know we Jubilee become. All that blood that fell on this, all that blood at the root up, wondered why it grew so tall, so vital, so long, so strong. It couldn't help but do that because our blood is here. Every bone. So I can't understand how these children today get dressed every day wearing a piece of cotton, whether you can see it or not. And still, you ask them, do you know what that means to your community? Do you know what that means to your culture? Do you realize who brought this? Who taught these people how to do this? And again, just look at you. It's a great God. Wham! The children ain't gonna know how to cry back to the land. But the accent, pasa, como estas? Oh, muy bien. So, hold on, how am I getting on? I don't see the language that you don't let get you on. I said, well, you know, I mean, they, again, you sent us to school, though, and they got ESL class for that. What is the ESL? They said English is a second language. I said, well, English is your second language. If one of the one we. One of God said me when I cracked with you, yes ma'am, okay then. So if you didn't speak this language, you wouldn't be able to understand what I'm saying. So how is it that they got a class called ESL for Spanish, but they don't have it for Gullah? No ma'am. Our teacher said that's backward. That's it. Let me hold on. What now? What you say now? What you say? Say our teacher said that's backward and ignorant. Okay, what's that teacher name? What teaching? And what time your class start? What time your class? You got class today? No ma'am, today's Saturday. When your class? When your class? Monday? Yes ma'am. What time Monday? Well, I mean it's early. What time Monday? 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.? 8 a.m. now. I will be leaving here at 6:30 with you on Monday morning. I'll leave home till 7:30. How am I gonna leave home 7:30 and take 45 minutes to get over there at school? How you leave your 7:30? Yeah, make me broke your behind this morning. No, but I got, sometimes I run a little late. No, you planning on the lateness. You just tell me you be leaving here without enough time to get to class. All that money you be around here, talk about you begging for people to talk about sending you to school and you about to flunk out. I ain't say I flunk you. You get to class late. If you ain't there for class start, you late. So now, what time I tell you we gonna leave here Monday morning? 6:30. 6:30. Have yourself here. Monday morning, I want to talk to your teacher. I want to see who the backward one when I meet her. Now, where she come from? Because when I can't be in no business. What's up in your talk? Well, she was a man. Excuse me? Okay, help me out. Please tell me she wasn't a military term. Born in Savannah. Don't tell me this your girl no Gullah Geechee. No, man. Your family from right outside, I think it said something about some fly living in the sand. I said fly! I know when I said, when a teacher deal from sand and fly, and that day I was telling her, I said, well, we work with you, they got that back with it, yeah, that's what she told us. Oh, I really want to meet your teacher. Come on. 6:30. Don't tell me name. Because I might go home and take church this weekend lecture. Because they ain't got but one or two church right now. Between sand, fly, and fun. So, we go to church over there in the morning. In fact, I might just go to church there in the morning. Because I know you ain't tell me to stop. Hunter teacher did from right here to tell one of them back what they got. We can learn that girl something. Come on, right in this room now. Yeah, that's what you said we can't sit it. You gonna sit it on the night. See all that look and thing I got right here? Yes, ma'am. All these look right here. All these look right here. But who we be? Now, see that one down there? Bottom. Yes, ma'am. All of the ones that walk around. All the ones at the bottom of the bubble rate come up there, the team say they know who we are. They don't know all the practical down there. Now, on the little each side, you'll find a little table in each one, and they'll put them on top there, but correct up all they but stick. Okay? So you read them last. Because we will. Let me tell you something. But it is bus one. They hit it and crack it. People that's back till they go to practice like a week. A lot of people wish they could speak too late. A lot of people wish they had a whole culture that dated back hundreds of years in the same place. A lot of black folk wish they had got their 40 acres and a mule. Because see, it would have done appreciated and valued if you got value. Come on. What they didn't know was that all this land right here that you looking out at, all this we own. We own this land since 1862. That sounds like some backward ignorant people to you. No, man. I said, now here you go there. I said, we own them. Come here right here. See this here? See that? Yes, ma'am. Who named that? That my great-granddaddy, no, that ain't his great-granddaddy, and a couple more great on it. Okay, and my great, yes, ma'am, granddaddy, okay, Okay, who this name here? He white. Okay, and who all these names? I don't know who all them names is. All them names there, that they children. Great God, that be all they children, there like 10 names on them. Shut him up. People used to have all the 20 head of children back then. Shut him up. 10 children, lead a small family. 10 children. Okay. Now you see this one on the end here? Yeah, and that one on the end. See, that ain't been a day children. See, if they had one sister would have died early. And so these men are her children. So then they raise them. They raise them like they want children. And things like that. That's why they want it. Now what the last word say? And their heirs. Right. That is it. That is it. All this property here that we own. Oh, so that's why we were reading the paper the other day and talk about somebody been in court over Ann's property. You been so upset you raked this whole yard for 3 hours straight. I said, yeah, I didn't know. Well, I instead of fighting, I just said, but one of you people jump into the pool, but I just tell you the truth now. The attorney had no business for letting that land go up for tax sale just last month. Because all the women did right here. We could have had fish fry, we could have had oyster roast, we could have do anything what we would need to do, but get that bill paid. But y'all children is so full. Y'all is like them pack you. Y'all don't say nothing to nobody. That trouble ain't gonna come. Because you won't tell nobody. They'll say, well, you ain't know, you better ask somebody. If you even knew how to be you cat, you should have asked somebody how you doing. If you even had it all, ask somebody to help you. That's what we are for. We ain't just there on your drive on salt. Yes, ma'am. How you get prepared tuition? Because all y'all have money. How we get the money? I figure y'all always have money. See that what's wrong with y'all children now? Y'all always figure we always got money. You see a tree in my yard grow money? No, ma'am. But you better look for man. Don't laugh at me. You better look for a tree grow money. Ain't no tree y'all grow no money. We work and get we money thing. We save them. We don't buy the fucking crackers in the bumper toys and store every year. Y'all ain't want to be black till a Friday come. All of a sudden, Black Friday, we black. That ain't what that is. That'll tell when the children say, the story thing for the end of the year gonna be in the black. In the black men, even if they had lost money all year long, they gonna make a profit, so much profit on that one day, it gonna cover all the whole year. Now, meanwhile, you running young, ain't got no place to stay, and you got a 54-inch flash screen TV. Where you gonna plug them in at? See, y'all didn't take right. That money could have gone in to get you 54 acres of land. But you ain't think about that. Because that's a responsibility. We done send you to school for play fool. You want her to forget I'm standing like the other people got. I'll stand where they do a dead investment. They do this thing called ROI, a return on investment. They ain't to go to school just to go to school. They ain't to go to school for party. They ain't to go to school for see who they marrying after school. They go to school so that when they walk with, they got all the rest of people what they know in business. That they need a job, or they need a loan, or they need an investment for something they gonna open and employ you. They know them. But steady, you crack your teeth with the people right around you. You can't talk to nobody. You can tweet them. You can write all kind of cracky things on Facebook, and you can Snapchat with an attitude. But when it comes down to standing up for who wanna be, your mouth closed. So talk now. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Why not? What is? I can't hear this. I don't have anything to say. How come? I'm listening. Right. Do more than you. Do more listening. Do more reading. Do all the things that they tried to stop us from doing. In 1739, they take the drug from us because they say we've been talking and we've been doing too much listening because and drummers telling us to stick together, work together, fight together, and fight anybody that was going to try to block you from freedom. They turn around again. The 1800s start coming into church, throwing people out violently because they said, we heard you in here meeting. What you meeting about? And they couldn't dictate to us what we meant about. They didn't want us gathering together. But see, they done had that slave code from 1740 that said 3 or more Negroes should not gather together without an overseer present. They also said that you shouldn't own no land. They also said you shouldn't own or play no drum, and you shouldn't read or write. So reading is a revolutionary act. And we ain't talking about no texting with all this misspelled stuff that ain't half written, that's all abbreviations. We used to call that shorthand. But that is not what contracts are written in. They're written in longhand, they're done in triplicate, and they are legally binding. So I want you to bind yourself in that room back there to them books and start learning how come we own this land. How could we in 1862, now think about that number now, think about that year. What been going on in 1862? Civil War. Oh, you do know that? Yes, ma'am, we read about that in history class when I've been in like 5th grade. I said, oh, you remember? Yes, ma'am, of course I remember. I said, so that, where the Civil War started, right here? Right there in Charleston? They said, right there, folks that was at the Citadels, and they been the ones started shooting, and been right there with Fort Sumter. Who built Fort Sumter? Us. That's why you see I got a brick house. I could have had a wooden one, but I would determine I would have a brick house because everybody always talk about them, ooh, Savannah Grays and talk about Charleston Grays. And I said, but they red because our blood is in them. And I wanted every piece of my house to have that blood, that sweat, and them tears of our people in them. Every board you see on this floor, your uncles and those cut their wood for me. They went and they checked out the trees and same way them drummers did back when the Stoner Rebellion happened. They found the perfect tree and they carved out the drum and they found the right goat, and after they killed it and they spilled that blood and they took it and they eat the meat so that they could get their strength, and they took the skin and they spread it across there and they started beating the drum and it started talking to us. All we heard was the sound of freedom. When they marched with it, they cried, liberty! 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 But y'all don't cry for nothing. You're quiet. That's what they've been trying to do, silence us, ever since they got us here. Because tools don't talk. All they do is move when you move. So now they program you through this thing in your hand all day, and it tells you what to do, and it tells you what's important to them, and gets you to start having conversations that you have no real connection to while you ignore those right here around you. I kept wondering why in the evening it's so quiet. Kept wondering what happened to the richness of the laughter and the joy and the songs that we used to hear on the porch. We were always called black gold, and so I don't know how gold started to lose its tint, and how can gold start to lose its value and its weight, and how do you get rid of that? How does it all unravel over time? But you told me tonight we sent you to their school. You started learning other people's ways and forsaking your own, but I hope you know who we be. We be Gullah Geechee anointed people. Oh, you know that! So what the word Gullah mean? People blessed by God. I said, so now, what happened to your blessing? Huh? I said, what happened to bit of noise sometimes. Blessed people get a shout going sometimes. Blessed people don't need no crowd. They just sometimes break out on their own, just reach up like this and they say, thank you. Well, you know, Big Ma, I do that sometimes. I just don't let you see me. How come? I don't be here. Where you be? At that school. Really? Yeah, sometimes them teachers, man. A man. I look like a man to you? I'm sorry. I mean, ma'am. Okay then. What did teacher do? Sometimes, like when you said a while ago, I mean, that lady, man, when she said, come on, she would tell me that we back with the ignorant. I really get back, and you know, and I ain't blaming. And you know, and then I did try to talk to her at the class, and that's how I found out where she was from. But then I was confused because if she was from right here, and she just across the river, and I thought I heard on a cell phone sound like you sound when you talk to your sisters. I didn't understand why she didn't also think she was Gullah Geechee anointed. I said because somebody told her she wasn't. Told her she wasn't rich, that she wasn't of value. Told her she was a descendant of slaves. Instead of telling her the truth that she was the descendant of enslaved Africans who had been kidnapped and captured and then exploited for their skill set, for their knowledge base, that we are the cornerstone of what became known as America. We built it. Instead, they made her believe that it wasn't the black gold that made the place rich. They made her think that it was only King Cotton, or that it was only indigo, or that it was only that Carolina gold rice that was the richness. But they would have known nothing of any of this had they not kidnapped us. We brought it all with us. And that's why, you see, out there on the back porch, that every morning I put our flag out there. Yes, ma'am. Any mornings I put our flag out there. Will you ever look closely at our flag? She said, yes, ma'am. Well, tell me about it. Well, I know it's blue, and it's gold, and it's green. And why is that? Well, I figured the blue is for indigo. I said, what else is all around here? What we got? What we got that we live on? Islands. I said, what are islands surrounded by? Water. So that blue is also for the water. What we ought to say about the water? The water, the green. The water. So I said, what's the green for? Well, I ain't sure. But I thought green was for money. Yeah, I'll shut you up. That's a good one for him for that. Green is for the land. And see, what you don't understand is that the land is more valuable than the money, because see, the money can also go down in value every day. If you have a depression or a recession, the dollar loses value. But if you got land, you can still feed yourself. You still got some place to live. If that land is vital, if it's vital, if it has that power and energy that God planted in it, you can still grow something. So you can keep yourself alive. And that's what you want to do. Is you want them to be so upset that you still here. All these generations later. Because you know what that gold part is? Well, you know, I say the blue is indigo. I thought the gold was for rice. You got it. Carolina gold, but you know what else? That gold is for the sun and the brighter day. Because that's what you represent. You're supposed to be our brighter day. You're supposed to be the one that is the one they don't expect. You're supposed to be the one who, yes, you can talk like this all day long in that classroom. But it wasn't for no reason that when you said you were going to be the next one to go to college, that so many people pushed them handkerchiefs in your hand at the church meeting. Did you open up? Yes, ma'am. What was it? Money. Why you think they gave it to you? Because they think it's you. No, ma'am. Why you think they did it? They see the value and they know and investing in you is going of our people to the coast, we said if they lynching you up there in up country, South Carolina, you know what you do? You come to what they call a low country. You come to the sea islands. You come on down, and we'll protect you. You had folks like Robert Smalls, who was in our Congress, our first black congressman. You had Whipper. You had those men who spoke truth to power because they became the power brokers. They started being the brokerage houses that we needed. Instead of selling us off, they were making investments in our land, making investments in our community, making investments in who we be. Did they learn that in school in the 5th grade? No, ma'am. I learned about Reconstruction when I saw a documentary on TV. Yeah, but they're going to start teaching you more about it now. Because now there's a law that says Beaufort, South Carolina is the Reconstruction era national monument and historic site. But anything they teach, you got to know something for yourself. But it don't mean they're going to tell it from our perspective. But you got your elders that can tell you about it. Tell you how their elders got the land that we still standing on. Tell you how they worked over there to that same college before it was a college, how they picked cotton right where the buildings are at right now. But why did they do it? They did it because they wanted to put away the money to pay the tax to hold on to the land, to be able to get the books so that you would be able to have the books and have in our house a library about who we be. So you don't never go out there and say what somebody else taught you out there before you remember what we taught you in here. We invested in you from the day you were born. And we're so thankful that you are giving us a great return on our investment. Gold is always a great commodity to have. That's why they kidnapped the black gold. But here it is. It won't mean nothing if you just bury it in the ground. Nothing has value if you think of it as vacuous or ignorant, useless, no good. But that's what people used to tell others about the Geechee. Stay away from them Geechees down there in Georgia. It was all psychology. Because they knew all along these are the ones who would always fight to be free. So they didn't want you to get in their company. Because then you might know what they're thinking. You might sit there some evenings on that porch and you might listen to that ocean, but then you might actually hear that conch start blowing and realize it was the same horn that blew for the freedom fighters around the world. And when you do blow it again yourself, you might have people gathered around you, sitting out here on all these porches again, in the midst of them cicadas making a sound. So will you be, that you will then once again remember your drum that's always within your spirit, that's always within your heart, that's always within your soul, and that you would again begin to beat that drum and bring together the others who know that their day of freedom has come. But there'll still always be those who do nothing and then wonder why somebody else can enslave them, have them work for them. But I tell you, girl, this land out here, it's going to be left to you. It's going to be a matter of your choice about what you do. As for me, I know who I be. I be Gullah Geechee. A long time I be down through. Come on, Gail. Get on out here. I got some more things back here. I need you to help me with these greens. You know them churn coming and they going to be hungry. Let's get it going. Come on.
All right, so I will take up too much more time between us than the food, but I do want you to open your hearts and minds for this last presentation that will round out our celebration tonight. And so please join me in welcoming the African spirit of Dayclean journalists.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Al-Amada Paru, Haiti, Jamaica, Curaçao, Martinique, Brazil, Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Walton, Floyd Adam, Jed Ali, Jimbako, Kayalele, Kayalani, Chimangola, Chimakisi, Miyamogola Kisi. Kotaye, Kotaye, Chakatos Nas, Kotaye, Kijano Ye, Kijano Ye, Nangada, Taponse, Petit Guinée, Poteman, Poteman, Vilacan. What language do you people speak? What language? Oh my God. You God want the Spirit to be here, but they cannot crack your teeth. We had just heard there in heaven when this great queen speak to you. We understand that some of you, but some of you all have a fear. You do not know of the Africans who be called Golakisi. Some say Gullah Geechee. Not understanding that Gullah Geechee people are Uku Chukwu, children of the sun, children of God. We are the ones that come here. We bring the knowledge of the Trinity here. Do you all know the Trinity? Oh my God, am I around a bunch of heathens? What is the Trinity? Not the Trinity. It's cotton, rice, and indigo. Oh my God. Africans are there in Africa. We are growing cotton that we weave into cloth. We're growing indigo, which is a green plant. We make a blue dye. We grow the Asian rice and the African rice in Africa. And the Spanish said that we have ideal azúcar, that the Africans have the genius of sugar. We are the ones, and some may talk of tobacco. Some, not understanding. We have genius in our minds, our hearts, and our souls. And so, yes, we have come here. We were there in heaven. And we sit there in heaven, sipping the cool water of the Hati River. Since some of you cannot crack your teeth, again, you cannot speak the languages. Again, Hati means the Nile. Some do not realize that the river Nile flows to heaven. We are there sipping the cool waters of the Nile. And we sing the praises of our Lord. And then God Almighty said to me, let's free, Spirit, go down there, let the turn know who they can be. We say, yeah, Ra, oh Lord. And as you command, we come down the Burj Al-Amasi, the Tower of Diamonds. And we didn't travel many places to come here. And that there, we even go. We must pay homage to a great place that I be, a place that be named after an African queen. You know of the state here named after the African queen? You all not know your story? We be right there right now and pay homage in a place called California. You all do not know that California be named after a great African queen, Califia, out of mythology. Oh, Lord, now I know why God sent me down here. And that's why God said, let's go down there. And in California, we pay homage to those Uku, the children, who are no longer here physically. Yes, we must always remember to pay homage. And so right there, we are there. But then we come down the Burj Al-Amasi Tower of Diamond, we step upon the Holy Land. Many hear Holy Land, they think of Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Israel, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman. But some tend to forget about the largest part of the Holy Land. Zanzibar, Tanzania, Kenya, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Djibouti, South Sudan, Egypt. Yes, the largest part of the Holy Land is there, Africa. And some not know the story. So we come here to open up your minds so that way you have the true mind eye. You have the God's ear right there. And so yes, we come. And then we walk. We see great mansions. See some, when they look at ancient Africa, they not understand that we have mansions there. I go and look and I marvel at the greatness that I see there. In Kemet, the land of the blacks. I look and I marvel and I smile. Do not see Horam Aket or Heru Aket. You all know Heru Aket? Horam Aket? Have you ever heard of a thing called the Sphinx? Oh Lord, they do not know anything. That we go and look and see the Sphinx. See some that understand that Heru will be one of the names of a manifestation of God. That it means Heru, Horus on the horizon. Ket means horizon. And then with language, we say, Nanga, we ask, how are you in Wolof? And they in Wolof say, Berset, which means Dayclean. Yes, the horizon. And we smile and we look, we see the greatness. But then we know the queen that took up most of the time. Then we crack your teeth. We know the Chinese for yam. But that's, we will go and come over on this soldier. We come on the Sankofa bird to the buzzard state. Do you all know the buzzard state? The buzzard state. Another name for it's called the Empire State of the South. Georgia. not know the nickname of the state of Georgia. One is called the buzzard state. And what is the buzzard? The buzzard is what you call the Sankofa bird. The bird that gives you the sign of going back into the past, to know your present, to understand your future. And so we come right here to this great place called America. And in America, we look on our sojourn. And we see them have a great celebration plan. We come to the land of independence. Oh, I am at fault. I have not told you my name. My name is Bojack. Bojack. I am Gullah Geechee. Yes, I know a place called Porto, Georgia. Do you know Porto? Where is Porto, Georgia? That one's it right there. Yes, Porto, Georgia. We have been right there in Porto. I have been here before, but some not understand. And yes, my name is Bojack. That we come with knowledge from Africa, that land in a place called Carolina. I am Gullah Geechee. Yes, and no. See, some of y'all have heard of people called cowboys. Not understanding they were called cowjacks. And yes, I am an African that come with the knowledge from Africa to a place called Bullock County, out to Carolina. We bring the knowledge of cattle raising right here in Carolina and in Georgia. See, we have the genius in our minds, our hearts, and our souls. We are the ones who know that they know. We know the water. We know the terror. We know the land. We are people of water and land. We are people of the sun, the moon, and the stars. And so, yes, I had come here and I had smiled. I smile and I look. I see the greatness of you right here. I look and I see the land of independence. Do you all know Independence Day in July? What day is that? Oh my God, they know nothing. July 26th. Yes, on July 26th, 1847, the second oldest black nation in the world is born. Liberia. Made up of Gullah Geechee people from right here. You call Fuller County. You call Effingham County. Chatham County. Not understanding that this is the land of independence. So we Gullah Geechee people, we are proud right here. If I were to ask the question right now of the celebration that we own, what is the first black holiday or African holiday in this nation? Do you all know? And I know you may not know. But I will test you all. Do you know the first black holiday in this nation? It is on December 25th. Some would say Christmas. No, we call it John Canoe. John Canoe is celebrated here in the Gullah Geechee land from North Carolina. And then to a place called La Florida. Celebrating a place called Trinidad. Celebrating a place called Bahamas. And a place called Belize. Yes, we celebrate John Canoe. Oh, John Canoe. That'd be a great celebration for the African gathering. Then what they do on John Canoe, they play the gombe, they play the drum. Then also they have the dancers. And then they have the mass, the John Canoe that comes out. And now Africa is on the December 25th day. That's when they can go pour out their hearts to all the background. They let the background know how they feel about them on the John Canoe day. Yes, Africans, that's the first African holiday. Oh, and some say, why did he speak of Trinidad? Again, I have gone on a great sojourn to be here. And on that great sojourn, some know Americans. The Americans did not born, not in the United States, but in a place called Trinidad. Some Gullah Geechee people right now live in a place called Trinidad. And so they're called Americans. Right there, taken from a place called Cumberland Island. That'd be right here in Georgia. And so on Cumberland Island, they leave the British and they go to Trinidad. They are once known as the Royal Marines. And so they now settle there in a place called Trinidad. Oh, in Trinidad, they yam. And Gullah, yam means to eat. They yam rice in Trinidad. But see, some do not know that the rice that's in Trinidad comes from a place called Georgia. Yes, the rice right now that they eat in Trinidad, the orders are not there in Trinidad, but they travel across the water to a place called Georgia. Gullah, Geechee people. We are the ones that take it. Then I look. I even see the Seminoles. Ooh, do y'all know Seminoles? Yes, this one right here. And they are African Seminoles and native Seminoles. Yes, and they leave out a place called Carolina in Georgia, go to a place called La Florida. And right there in La Florida, the Africans and natives go and fight for their freedom against the United States 1800s. See, many do not know Seminole part of me run away. And so, it's a Spanish word called Cimarron. We run away. But see, some in the Caribbean, Central America, South America, they said maroon. And the Maroons being runaways also. Africans who seek independence. And I have seen the African Seminoles there in a place called La Florida. I have seen them in a place called the Bahamas. Andros Island that you see right there in the Bahamas, tied to African Seminoles, who also are Gullah Geechee people. But no, when I also go and see the churn, I see the churn by California. Do you all know the Underground Railroad? What is the direction of the first Underground Railroad? My God. Yeah, south. The first Underground Railroad doesn't go north, it goes south to a place called Gracia Real Santa Teresa de Mose, better known as Fort Mose. There's something called right outside of St. Augustine, Florida. That's the first Underground Railroad, 1600s, 1700s. And then the second one goes north. That's what goes north. But there's a third Underground Railroad that's out west. That one out west goes north and south. North to a place called Kansas, Free Territory. Then it goes south to a place called Nacimiento de los Negros, a black city in northern Mexico. Yes. So our people who are Gullah Geechee, we are international. We just not look at the United States. We must look outside of here. And then during this time of the year, we sit with pride and we smile also there in heaven. And we watch them, our children who are now in Birchton, in Halifax, in Nova Scotia, there in Canada. Some not realizing our people leave from here, from Canada, from the US, go to Canada. And we look at them and we smile. You see, some not understand. To show your connection. That's why we say we help you open up your mind's eye. You open your mind's eye, you hear something called hockey. See, some not even understand that when they play the game hockey, the origins are tied to Africans who leave out of the United States, and their children play the game right there in Canada. The type of hockey that they play right now comes from the experience of the Africans who played in Halifax, Birchton, Nova Scotia. See, we say when you have your mind's eye open, you can see connections. Oh, yes. When we crack a teeth with you in the beginning, we say, "Nine the deaf." Go to ye, kijano ye. We want you to understand the power. That when you have an understanding of other languages and other cultures, you can make bridges. When you don't understand other languages or culture, you are disconnected. And when you understand other languages and cultures, you make bridges, you make connections. And often people, once you separate it, we say, no, we must understand that we are one. Again, we have heard the roast the crow. And it means it's time for the soul to go, because we know that Psalm once again. But we leave you with this. We say, "Ko se sekelele Africa. Why bang only Africa? Why God Southern?" That is God bless Africa. And God bless the children of Georgia Southern.